What's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Had to set up a couple things. No big deal. My name's Dan. This is Neomustangs, and this is my Fox Body Mustang channel. This is a live stream that I do 2 to 3 times a month. Usually I try to do it more than as much as I can, but I was doing it every Sunday for a while, but it got a little hard to do when I had my kids on that weekend. So make sure you guys come in, you drop that like, subscribe if you haven't. Check out some of my videos that I've had recently with Dad's car. We actually were supposed to shoot a video Friday, Saturday at the Dyno shop, but we ended up not having the time or ability to do it. Long story short, we just didn't get on the dyno. So I wanted to have a video for you Saturday night, last night, because I had one Thursday night, and I wanted to live stream, which, would be good for the channel itself. So, anyways, yeah, been busy around the shop. As you could probably see, we got parts like literally everywhere, and me and cousin Paul and Fred have been out of our mind trying to keep up. But I ended up monkeying with the black car this weekend. You guys hear me pretty good? What's up, Sting man? Make sure you come in, you hit that like for me. Helps my channel grow. So, what's up, TM85? Yeah, I was monkeying with the black car a little bit. I'm doing some fitment, man. I'll tell you what, them headers are going to be really close. I don't really want to run shorties with a 363, but Mustang Mike's long tube header Bassani's that he gave me to use in the car. And I'm kind of afraid with the aftermarket situation going on with the exhaust, which we'll get into and talk about a little bit. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have the ability to get, much done with that, as far as like what happens if those Bassani's don't fit. That's going to suck, because if the long tubes don't fit on the black Mustang here behind me, then I'm going to have to figure out another situation, because ordering long tubes at this point pretty much are nil, and you guys probably know why. What's up, Tino? What's up, Smitty? Cousin Paul's in the house. Anthony Wilson. Guys in the green are my club members. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. If you don't know what that is, it's a join button below. If you click on it, it'll tell you a little bit about it. Anyways, so I might pick up a little bit more live streaming as the weather gets better. If you notice that we just basically hit the daylight savings, so it's going to be lighter out, so it's going to start getting warmer. What I might end up start doing is maybe like doing like a little grill out, because I usually grill out on Sundays when I do in the summer and spring. So I'd have my Fox Body behind me, and I would just do the live stream over there with my grill and my Fox Body, me cleaning my car up or something, and we'd talk on camera and BS a little bit or whatever. But I might pick it back up every Sunday, but at this point, for sure, it's going to be on the weekends that I don't have my kids, every other Sunday. Like I said, it might change next week. So we've got a couple things we got going on this week too. I know that I just got a text message from cousin Paul's wife, Sandy, who's also Smurfit here in the channel, and we got to start thinking about getting his car painted, because it's going to start getting nicer out. So if you didn't know or not, Smurfit on the channel, she's my photographer. Now, it's kind of like a hobby that she started small. Now she does it kind of sort of semi-professionally. It's cousin Paul's wife. So they bought a Mustang from one of our other family members a while back, and its body has seen its time, and you guys have seen it on the channel. But we got paint over here, Grabber Blue, that we're going to be painting their car, and we're trying to figure out how to set up the garage, because we may paint it next weekend, we may paint it the following weekend. It's going to have to happen sometime soon, because the weather's going to start getting better, and the car's in my trailer. So anyway. What's up, Brian GT101, Chris Hot Rod? So last week we shot a video of Dad's car. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I'm going to drop a link here in the channel. Now, I'm going to just talk randomly and talk about some things. If you guys got questions, tech questions, shop questions, you know, don't hammer me, but, you know, ask me what you need to know if there's something you have a question about with the channel, or you know, Fox bodies in general. You know, that's what I'm here for. So that was the link I just put in the chat is the latest video that we shot last week. Again, we were supposed to shoot a video Friday because I actually shot that video last Sunday, edited it all week, brought it out on Thursday. It was a good video, and I was going to shoot another video Friday for Saturday night, but we didn't get a chance to get over there. And basically the next video is going to be us dynoing the seat of the pants thing with Dad's car. So we're going to go find out if the methanol kit that we, you know, like I said, I introduced, Donnie Beast gave me this kit like 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm like, well, it's not the fact I don't need content. It's the fact that, you know, the dude gave me some parts, some cool parts to put on Dad's car. I got to do it. And I wanted to show the install. And I'm really glad I did, because the kit was everything he said it was going to be. It was really cool. And I think it's going to add a little bit of power to Dad's car for sure. I definitely felt something a little bit different that day when I drove it. But if you haven't had a chance to check that video out, the dyno video will be coming this week, along with probably the exhaust video. We're going to start building the exhaust for the black car, and the white car is coming home, I would imagine, in the next week or two. So we're going to go have a video of us picking it up and checking it out with Mr. Cooper. So, meth water results in, no, Aaron, we didn't get, like I said, we didn't get a chance. The mad scientist and the Irishman over at the dyno didn't have a chance to get me in on Saturday. They had like 2 dynos scheduled, and usually they'll tell me just to come in whenever, but it just so happened to be a special occasion for Dave. So he had to leave quite a bit early on Saturday, so there was no chance to get it done. I procrastinated it. I probably should have asked to push in on Thursday or Wednesday, but I didn't think there would be an issue getting there, being able to edit the film on Saturday and have it for you on Saturday night. So no big deal, we'll get caught up. I got a chance to talk to a fellow YouTuber, content creator, which he has more subscriptions than me last week. It's kind of funny how I don't talk to nobody on the phone ever, like for more than like a couple minutes, right? Because majority of the conversations, like 90% of the conversations are like 2 minutes long. So I got a chance to talk to a fellow content creator, subscriber, and man, we talked for like an hour and a half. And we talked about Ford Takeover that's going to happen with Foxcast. And we talked about, you know, it's just going to be some crazy stuff going on. Like, I'm bringing like an extra transmission and engine, depending on which car I'm bringing. I mean, we blow some stuff up there. We're gonna change that shit right there. It's going to be kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out Foxcast. He's got the Ford Takeover event. It's on Facebook. It's going to be a pretty good event. It's a 10-hour trip for me, so it's going to be a long haul, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be one of the few things that I go to this year, that and Mustang Week for the most part. Mike Sherrill, my son just got his ceramic BBK long tube monsters for his 13 Coyote. Nice. Tad bit jealous. They're big pipes, huh? Donnie, excellent video. It looks like fun ripping it around the street. Yeah, there's definitely something there, Donnie. I mean, I like the fact that my Vortec only made like 7 pounds, right? The really cool part about the kit was, like, even at 7 pounds, I purposely left the sprayer out of the car on that video because I wanted to show it working. You know what I mean? I was curious myself, so I had to see it work first before I actually like used it or whatever. God only knows what my AFR is, and I had no idea my fuel pressure would peg at 90. That's crazy. Probably goes a little bit higher than that too when you're staying in boost a little bit longer. We'll find out at the dyno. What's up, Pat? So Pat's got the budget brawler black coupe. Apparently he showed me some pictures and he just got a 347. You just brought that home, didn't you? Pat's also a club member. He's here in the channel. He's in the green chat. What's up, Charles? Why is it so hard to find somebody to tune Mega Squirt computers? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Tuning is getting to the point to where it almost has to be self-efficient anymore. Like back in the day, in the 90s and the early 2000s, like you would make an appointment like you would a doctor, and you would just go to the dyno and we'd hook up a binary editor and emotes, and then we'd start changing some shit in your computer. But now it's getting to the point to where like there's so much information out there, you almost have to self-learn. It's ridiculous. Because the people tuning the old technology is just getting harder and harder to find anymore. Jerry McCain. Wait, Brian GT101. A black GT500 2012, though, could play with the build 408 notch. Nope, gapped. Jerry McCain. Hey, Neo, what's your thoughts on a strange adjustable shocks? Are you talking about the 10-way singles, the black ones in the back? Or should I go with Lakewood? I'm going to tell you what, I still run QA1 singles on black car and white car. We're going to run double adjustable Vikings soon, but not right now. I've been running those for years. I went deep 9s and single adjustable QA1s. Tino, have you ever had a good working motor in one car, then swap it into another and it runs like shit? I can't seem to find out what my problems. Okay, so when you got a motor that works good in one car and it doesn't in the other, then something happened. You did something wrong. Did you change computers? Mike Sherrill, okay. Question learns, okay. What's up, Trunk Back? What's up, Nathan? Good to see you guys. Haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks. What's up, Blue Collar Fox? He's got himself a little bit of a YouTube channel, and so doesn't Donnie B. So if you're in chat or you happen to watch this stream, make sure you guys go check out some of the other Fox Body community people. Donnie B's got probably 3,500-ish or more subscribers. He also maintains Anderson Ford Motorsport, their YouTube, and he manages. I think he's a manager there. So if you guys got any cam questions, Anderson was the go-to place in the 90s, folks. So they went all in on Fox Bodies many years ago, well before some of these other restoration shops started popping up. So if you got any Fox Body stuff you want to talk, want to aftermarket stuff, Donnie B's your dude. You don't pay me to say that. That's okay. Bro, got the car on the road. It freaking rips. Couldn't be happier. Did you put a video up there? You got a video of it doing that, Blue Collar? Because Pixar, it didn't happen. I swapped computers, didn't do anything. Okay, so if one motor ran good in one, they had to do something did you pull the distributor out? Did you mess with the timing at all? Because that's what it sounds like. What's up, Frank 3 Stangs? So I got one thing I did want to talk about is that plasma cutter's coming to some good use. We ended up getting Cousin Fred's floor pan. He worked on that thing pretty hardcore all Saturday. Because if you remember, Cousin Fred's car is white. It's the car that we got the supercharger off of. Well, it was like a tale of two sides of a car. Like one side of the car, the passenger side, had absolutely no rust on it. And then the driver's side floor pan was like it was sitting in mud. It was crazy. So I ended up salvaging some sheet metal a long time ago from a floor pan, and he plasma torched it, got it where we can just kind of just cut the whole pan out and just set it in and weld it. Because I mean, it's not safe the way it sits. Outside of that, the car's, I mean, you guys seen it on the channel. It's a nice car. I love that car. It's all right. Here we go. Brian GT101, do you think they will come out with a full chassis like last year with the Camaro? I don't know. Blue Collar, no video yet. I'll get some. Okay. JC, is it worth wasting my time on P heads? Absolutely not. I don't. All right. Like I'm gonna actually make a video very soon, and this is on my list of things of videos I want to make of tiers, like power tiers, like GT40Ps. I don't really know what the information that you've been hearing, but GT40P is probably in the irons. The other 3 bars and 4 bars are probably the best bolt-on upgrade that you could put on a Fox body. Now, aluminum heads are $1,500, $2K. These heads you can get in the junkyard for a couple $100, or you can buy them rebuilt for $500, $600, $700. And people act like they're not worth shit. You could make very good power on a GT40 head. And it's supposed to be medium road power, you know, and it's not going to be end game power like aluminum heads do. So if it's in your budget, JC, rock with it, man. Remember, save your money for fuel system and tuning, and there's other mods other than cylinder. I took stock heads and a stock motor, and I went 10s with it. Like, I spent a lot of money on the tune and on the supporting parts, like the fuel systems, and the turbo kit. You see what I mean? So, Fatboy Fox, what up? Smitty, I can't wait to see my 347 with on-3 makes on the dyno. What turbo you got in that, Smitty? Charles Lynn, is remote tuning a good idea? It is absolutely an option when you're, especially if you're running a binary editor quarter horse, because if you actually pay somebody to tune, like I can tell you right now that Dave Dalkey, the mad scientist over at my dyno, he probably would sell you remote tunes to help you tune your car, but he's not cheap, folks. So, but he knows what he's doing. And I don't even think he's even wanting me to say something like that, because he doesn't want to be held accountable, because he's just a one-man band over there. I know the Hootman boy, Slow Nate, he does help him, and I think it's just kind of a part-time gig or whatever. So, what's up, Francisco? Partly cloudy 420. When does the track open? April 14th, pending weather. What's up, sweet ass sugar? Whoop! May 5th starts Wednesday nights. That's correct. So, what's up, Broken Tool? Good to see you. Make sure you guys sign the RPN Act, and make sure you hit that like if you're in my channel. Yeah, I wasn't right. Had no power. Then I put new distributor and coil, and power came back, but it still has a cold start issue and idles rough. Probably want to do a base idle reset. I say this pretty much every live stream, but if you haven't had a chance to check out Brutal's Fox Body channel, he's got I think one of his best videos, one of his most viewed videos, is a base idle reset how to. So check that one out, and maybe try that first, Tino. Brian GT101, I still have a GT40 heads you sold me. Really? Man, I'll tell you what. Brian Baer, I actually talked to Brian Baer on the phone. I don't know if you guys actually know who Brian Baer is. He's got a pretty hardcore Instagram following. He's the guy with the red GT, on 3, stock bottom end motor, real nice car. Super OCD car, and for good reason. He also is one of the guys that first put the Maker's Garage thing on, the lip. So anyways, Brian's still rocking the shit out of those GT40 heads and the motor, because I built the motor for him that he put in that car. And I made stupid power with that motor. I made over 560 in that motor. Matter of fact, I think that's the same motor that's in probably my most viewed video at the dyno in the blue car. So he's got a badass motor there. So GT40s have the longevity. What's up, Street Fox 347? 7675 Smitty, 347. What heads and intake you got? What's up, Pretender? Good to see you. Blue Collar Fox, the EPA is trying to destroy our hobby. All right, look. I'm not even going to talk about that stuff. So if we could keep that, the EPA in general, out of the channel, I would appreciate that. Listen, there ain't nothing that you or I can do about what's going on, whatever it is. So whether, you know, there's one thing I don't like about in channel is politics. We don't know if this is politics. We don't know if this is real. I'm sure there's a set of standards and rules that are being made. is fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it right now, guys, because it's not set in stone. You know what I mean? The one thing I don't like about media sometimes is it's almost like a, you know, it's like scary to even watch it because you don't know what to believe. So it is what it is. Track video is coming next month. Yes, Nathan Tuck. We got the white car coming home this month. Black car should be finished by the time track opens. And we still got a nitrous date with Dad's car. Y'all remember, we was trying to make that last hit last year, and come to find out that Cousin Paul, every time he mashed the damn pedal, would blow the fuse because it actually got caught between the wire. So we fixed that. We got a full bottle of nitrous ready to make a hit to see if it's faster than supercharger. And then we are going to shoot the meth at it. I don't know, there's a lot of cool shit we're gonna do with Dad's car too. So Neo, I tagged you and Donnie B in my sneak peek Anderson Ford package. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Tuxedo Fox, can I go for the heads and cam upgrade and leave the intake alone? You talking about the stock intake? Because that's the restrictive part. If so, how much more horsepower can it bring? So, what's up, Andrew Hanlon? We got another guy here in the channel that is also a part owner manager of a transmission place. So if you guys have any Tremec things that you are interested in, Andrew Hanlon is the son of Bob Hanlon, who is the owner of Hanlon Motorsports. You haven't had a chance to check that out. They're in PA. I think they just got their TKXs in. They do a lot of, they got T56s, T5 stuff, you name it. Hey, blue collar, don't worry about it. I didn't mean it like that. I don't want to get sucked into the drama, if there is any, with what's going on with our aftermarket hobby stuff. Now, I will say that I would be interested to see more or less what the standards are going to be. You know what I mean? So we don't know what's going to happen, so that's why it's not even really worth assuming at that point. It's more political, I think, than anything, but it is what it is. There's nothing you and I can do about it. Facts. Glad you said that, Neil. I got you. And we got Smurf review. Here we go. We got to get it painted first. I'm over 500 all motor small block Ford. What block you got, Partly Cloudy? Do they make garages for toys with a living space? Yes. Okay, so Tuxedo, you should have no problem making good power, but I would definitely at least find yourself a GT40 intake. They're about half the price of an aftermarket intake. Bob Hilton, what's up? How the chop top notch going? Well, we put that on hold for a minute because we're trying to get the white and the black car done. And we got a lot of work going here. So we were actually hoping to find a body by now. Here's the shitty part. I actually found a convertible shell that would have been absolutely perfect for the coupe conversion. 5.0 sitting in a fucking junkyard. Excuse my French. What in the hell? Somebody scrapped a 5.0 convertible, parted it out, did not have a spot of rust on the towers, pans were clean, torque boxes weren't even bad. Come on, bro. So I actually asked the junkyard, I'm like, bro, I got to get that shell. And he's like, dude, I'd have to sell you every part off of that, and I can't even give you a title. And I'm like, I haven't quite finished thinking about it, but it's a pretty terrible situation. I'm like, this is the shell that would be perfect to convert a coupe, especially if I saved it from a freaking junkyard. Frank moving to a new shop. I'll direct message you later. It's super political. Yeah, I know, blue collar. That's why I'm like, you know what? Not even worried about it. You know? But I definitely wasn't meaning anything by that when I was talking to you. I'm definitely not upset at you. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to think that. I would probably run. I'm not really sure, blue collar, what I would run with that. Dart block built 354 AFR heads. Ooh, that's a big one. 98 GT40P heads, factory valve springs. Will they be safe with a B cam? Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be just fine, Antho. Tuxedo, thanks. I'll be looking into it. No problem, man. Let me know if you need something else. Yeah, I get it, Ben. You know, I'm not done picking at it either, really. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's gotta be a way, because the car's still on the yard, right? So there's gotta be a way to turn the title back to a rebuilt title or something. You can't tell me, I mean, because all they did was tag it. They haven't even notarized it yet, because I don't even think they do that. I think they send it to the state and they just shred it and delete it from the. But if I could get that, I'm gonna pick at it one more time and I'll find out. Cousin Paul, it's Big Dean down there at You Pull It. You know what I'm talking about? The heavier set big guy. He's you know, I seen the convertible and I have to try to at least save the car, because I mean, what would make a better story than pulling it out of a yard and putting a coupe top on it? Tell me that'd be end game legacy stuff right there. Pulled it out of a hole, bro. I'm gonna try it one more time. Nathan Tuck, can we get a video on that Cobra in the field you've talked about? I'm gonna be honest with you, it sits so far back, I have to drive a couple hundred yards up just to get close to it. But yeah, I mean, it'd be if I did a video, if I went to where it sits here in Ohio, I probably could just go right up to the door. I bet the lady there would let me go ahead and video it. At least get the VIN code from it. But it's definitely it's red on black. Cobra sitting in the field. Yeah, I'm just looking. I would rather have a 4-cylinder body, because to be honest with you, and my dude Matt over at Gearhead 704 on his channel, he basically, I think he made a video recently about convertibles and why they're like the least favorite car. And like the least favorite Fox body is going to be a 4-cylinder convertible. So what better than to turn it into a V8 coupe? Go from the bottom of the pile to the top, right? But what makes even better story is talking a Junkyard into giving you a convertible frame. Saving it from there. Scored a 3650 package from Hanlon. Yeah, Bob's big on the 3650s. And for good reason. He's like cornered the market with that trans. And I mean, they can make stupid power too. What's up, Lynn? I haven't seen you in a while. Yo, I'm going to send you a video on Messenger for me grabbing gears. Okay. Wait, what did he, where's broken? My 91 Mustang was going to the crusher, Project Phoenix. I do bonded titles on that kind of a deal. What's that mean? So you can save the car if I can get it? Because it's like a shell. Like they would want all this. I'm pretty sure they would want. Dude, I would give them $500 for the damn thing. You know what I mean? As long as it wasn't all bent up, you know, and twisted and shit. Because tell me that's not the perfect case scenario to weld some shit up and see if it works. Then if I succeed, that's pretty cool. Blue collar, I think my next project will be getting a two-wheel drive long bed F-150 in the 90s. Cut the bed down and make a Lightning clone. That'd be dope. That'd be really cool. Lynn, I have been down surgery, still recovering. There you go. How you feeling now? Gregory Cooks, what's up? The best step up. Okay. What is the best step up for a high revving 351 Windsor? What do you mean by step up? Tell the Junkyard you will drop a link on the videos to the site as a bonus. They probably wouldn't give a shit, Ben, but yeah, I mean, they would be, you know, I would definitely shout them out in the video and, you know, I would definitely take care of them. Cool. Andrew, thanks, man. Was easy process. What's up, Brailsford Rides? I just checked out your, you were on G-Funk's live stream this past Friday. Never know who's watching. I usually, when I go into somebody else's live stream, I usually try to keep my mouth shut for the most part. You know, I don't want to interrupt other people's live streams. You know, I like to say hello, and that's about it. So, G-Funk's doing the StreamYard thing, which I'm actually interested in doing. So, I'd like to collaborate with some of the other content creators and even some of my own Mustang friends. And I'm pretty sure they could log into StreamYard and stream with me on their phone. So I could host it, and, you know, it would be kind of a discussion with just me and another person. You know, we'd have a topic and we'd talk about it, and you guys could chime in. I think that would be really cool. Put 302 Windsor in a BMW. I've seen that. Actually, my buddy has a BMW with a 302 in it from a Fox. Man Gear 50, what's up? Been a long time since I could catch you live. There you go. You know what? I actually changed the live for a reason today, to go from, you know, 7:30 to like 8:30 or so, and 9 o'clock, 8:30, quarter to 9 or whatever, so I could catch some of the West Coast guys. Because I know starting at like 6 or 6:30 or 7 on East Coast makes it hard for those guys that are on West Coast to catch it. So I had a truck with bonded title. You pay and a fee of what? All right, so sometimes my video will buffer. Don't worry about it. It's not going to disconnect. So, yes, Jason Roby, to answer your question, does TI Dyno tune Holley Terminator X? They do. I also am going to be tuning Holley Terminator X. Shout out to a channel who is very good at tuning Holley Terminator X, is Justin91LX. So I think he's been going over pretty good in some of his videos on how to do that. How much horsepower can I push on a stock crank 351? Whatever is safe. I would say probably about 700 wheel, about 1,000. These people that say 351 can handle 1,000 horsepower, the block maybe, but a stock crank, nodular, or cast steel, whatever, I wouldn't go past 600 or 700 wheel. And even then, you would be bending the football rods before you did it, you know, before you messed that up. So seem to be having a little bit of internet lag today, so bear with me, guys. If you see the little buffering thing, like I said, just ignore it for 5 or 10 seconds. It's fine. RPM Act, spread the awareness. Like I was saying earlier, Daniel, I'd rather not talk about the RPM Act because, you know, it's gonna be is what it is. It is what it is. I wouldn't put all my worries in right now. So I am having some internet issue tonight, though. Are you going to push your white car to 1,000 horsepower? Absolutely. Mod Motorhead. Yep. We are going to the 408 block. Of course, that's going to kind of go hand in foot with what he's saying. We're pretty confident that we can go 1,000 wheel on that. Well, I would say 1,000, but we're going to push 800 wheel. That's where that's where I'm happy at. Neo, I need a 93 e-brake assembly. Do you have one? Yeah, I got e-brake handles all over the place. But like it has to be a 93. What's the difference with the 87 one? I don't even know that. Gregory Cooks, have you ever hear about the RY45 engine? I have not. What is the RY45? Flying Pancake. Okay, I planned on running a stock crank instead of H-beam rods and forged pistons. You should be okay with that for sure, Flying Pancake. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, Lynn Twin, I'm hoping to actually see, at 800 wheels, there should be no reason why I'm not making it like a 90, 920 index. That car's got some crazy suspension and a big tire in the back. So I'm looking forward to it. This black car, you know, you guys seen lots of videos of it racing down the strip, but I can tell you that I want to drive this car this year. Like the 363 is a badass motor, and I'm going to have a lot of street fun on this car. Burnouts. I'm going to mess with the draggy. Who said that? Who was it? Was it? I think it was Mod Motor was saying something about messing with the draggy on the street. You know, just kind of dialing that thing in, making a video about it. I want to drive this car this year because last year I drove my black truck, my big black truck. Like, well, 2020 is kind of out of the question because it was crazy. But the year before, I never really, you know, never really drove this car. I mean, it was always down. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time with it on the street. Anyone got $1,000 AFR Enforcer heads yet? Mm-mm. Oh, did Brutal do the draggy? I didn't even. I must have missed it. What video was that? That's crazy. That thing is cool, man. I guess you dial it in and it can tell you how fast your car is. What did his numbers come out? Did anybody know? Is Pro Action heads a good run? Heads to run? I never even heard of them. Pro Action. So in a month and a half, we're gonna dyno my car. Where? Up here in TI Dyno, George? The RY motor is the part of Roush Yates. Okay. It's similar to the FR9 NASCAR motor, but the RY45 is based. Okay. Excuse me. So how many of you guys are going to Ford Takeover in May? Yes, I have one. The best I can do on the street is 12.6 at 120 spinning. Dude, if I did a draggy, I would be on a freaking slick at 15 PSI. Hot tire. That's cool, Greg. Or George. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to going to Ford Takeover. Man, it's such a haul. I haven't even got a hotel set up yet. But I'm definitely going. It'd be good to see some, you know, some of the subscribers and hang out with them. I told Brutal I'd bring him an extra transmission so we can mess around with he can send the Clover clone down the track quite a bit. There's gonna be a lot of YouTubers there, a lot of guys with channels. We're gonna have a good time. I did talk to Liberty last week. If you guys remember, I got a TKO 500 faceplate over there, and waiting on second gear. I had no idea that faceplates had different lugs. Some of them were 7, some of them were 9, the fingers or whatever. So, come to find out that my really expensive paperweight over at my house is now a second gear faceplate 9 lug. Partly cloudy. It's in Jackson, Tennessee. I forget what drag strip it's called, but it's the one in Jackson. Also depends on this COVID. I got you. Have you ever used a G-Force T5? I have. They're good transmissions. Creative Custom Crap by John. That's a long name. Do you think the stock bottom end 351 is worth the, I'm guessing, money? If you're already running a turbo 302 with track heat heads, yeah. 351 will just get you past the horsepower limit that you're looking for. So, there's fitment issues with 351. I got a video of it. There's quite a bit of differences. But the 302, 351, 302 pretty much tap out at 500-600, even though people claim to make 20 or 30% more horsepower, but that's really pushing it on that block. When is a good time to call you, get you something set up with you? Just send me an Instagram message or email or whatever. Most of my contacts in all my channels in my description. Tuxedo Fox, too far for me, doing the Chocolate Fox in PA. Somebody else was telling me about that. I think it was Andrew Hanlon. The Chocolate Fox in PA, wait a minute. Is that the one that Gearhead was talking about? Yeah, if you had a chance, man, hit that like. It helps my channel grow. $500 to $600 wheels at a 500 to 600 at the wheels, yeah. About 500 is when things start getting a little shaky on a 302. Especially the stock bottom end ones. You really have to compensate with good fuel and timing is right. I mean, there's no reason why, I've been living, Brian Bayer's motor that used to be in my Blue Fox has been living plus 500 horsepower rear wheel for however many years. He babies it a little bit, but there's no issues with it. Yeah, I already split 302, lost a fuel pump half track. Oh, that sucks. I split three of them in the black car behind me. I split its original engine when it had 140,000 miles on it, like 3 years after I done beat the snot out of it. And then I split another motor that I didn't even know was split. I just cracked the main. And then I rebuilt. That's when we went to a 351. And the motor that I was going to put in here went in Hot Wheels, if you guys remember Hot Wheels. I actually, if somebody's interested, I actually can get Project Hot Wheels back. The guy who bought it, Sean, he might even be watching right now, offered to sell it back to me. Now, I mean, we're talking about a street-driven 10-second street car. And I'm pretty sure with a cage, it would have ran even faster than that because the cage would have kept the car from flexing. When you put a cage in a car, even though you're adding weight, you'll go faster. I also am going to have a faceplate for sale. The 600 faceplate that we ended up putting in the black car here, I'm going to end up getting rid of that. We're going to put the TKO 500 in Dad's car for a little bit this year. So I will have that for sale as well. Yes, Fox Resto. That's what I thought. I thought Chocolate Fox was something that Matt at Fox Resto and Gearhead was going to do. That's why I bought a Dart 8.2 block. Yeah, you know what? That's why the 363 went back in the black car here, Cloudy. Because you know what? The 351 was getting crazy. I mean, we had that thing down to 720 wheels, stock bottom end 351. 18 pounds of boost, 940s on stock Fox brakes. It was just, let me tell you the reason why I pulled the 351 out of that car and put it in the white car. Simply because I didn't feel like doing the complete brake upgrade on that car. I know this car with 150 shot of nitrous on a 363 will run high nines all day long. And I'm safe there. See what I mean? For the most part. I got good brakes. I got good shit in my car. But it's still factory style. You see what I mean? It's not the big stuff. Like my black car or my white car's got the big stuff. I almost have to be careful braking too fast because I'll nose the whole car over and run into a rail. Hey, I appreciate that, Nathan. Where's the best place and price to get a dirt block? Man, I don't even know. I don't think Anderson, Donnie B, does Anderson Ford Motorsport sell that stuff? Probably do. Partly, damn, you had it moving. Yes. Black car's been 942s at 146. And we've been 19s with the white car at 153. So both full weight, full interior cars turned the up. And we're not afraid to break shit around here. You guys know that. You guys know on my channel, and you guys know that I will push the limit of everything that I own. Because my cars aren't queens. Even though you guys see this thing and it's been on the lift for like 2 or 3 months, there's something in my ear. It's only because we're doing major difference, you know, a major heart transplant in that thing. You know what I mean? So I heard you say you had time that you rebuilt and sell. Yes. John Sanders, to answer your question, we actually rebuild 19s here. We do not flow them because I don't have the machine for that. But we take them completely apart for the most part. We clean them really good inside. We do have a little bit of a rigged machine where we can see if they switch and spray. And we'll spray some, you could take the filter out of it, you could take them apart, and then I put them on the machine, and I'll spray some brake cleaner in it, and I'll hook the 5 volt up, and I'll switch it. You see what I mean? And it'll see if it sprays. Clean it out, put a new filter in it, put new O-rings, put new caps, put everything on it. Good to go. Never had a problem. We work with Ford Strokers. Isn't that Paul over at Ford Strokers? Is that his name, Paul? I can't remember his name. What calipers do you run? I need to upgrade my brakes. You guys are going to laugh. Those are factory calipers. I run drum brakes, factory calipers on some really nice brake pads and rotors. I shit you not. Will a Fox body stop in the 9s on Fox brakes? Yes. It's right there. Gets a little sketchy, but not too bad. Yeah, Woody's his name. Paul, I'm thinking of, I can't even remember the name of the place. My deceased friend of mine, Mike, bought a stroker from him, and he was a big shop. I remember him ordering it right in front of me. It was good times. Michael Lewis, driver's side door light switch went out, so I got one from LMR, and it still doesn't work. The passenger side works as I suspected a bad switch. Possibly, yes. Check the pigtail. You might have corrosion on it. You're talking about the little light? Yeah, check the pigtail. I would have a TM85. I would have a World Products Man of War block. Donnie B, hey, Broken Tool, thanks for the shout out on your last video. Nice. Bro, I've been running 19 pounds. You guys see what I did on Dad's car this past week on the video? I'm telling you, man, those 19s were spraying it like 36. And they had a sweatband on and a little hamster wheel, bro. Yeah, partly cloudy. It's hold your pants on because But I mean, I got used to it. You know, when you're trapping 135, 140, it's pretty. There's a lot of sketch goes on between you and the end of the track, but I mean, I didn't wreck it yet. I haven't had any close calls either, so there's some sketch there. Yeah, no problem. One stock cam. Woody is super scared of the roller 351 block. Claims they are weak and most are cracked under the cam bearings. Interesting. My hate is stopping. Yeah, I hated stopping a 964 on a 138 trap. I just ordered. Yeah, I mean, auto. See, the nice thing about the stick shift is you can actually. I actually gear my shit down, even though it's face plated, because I'm not worried about breaking it. But if I go from fourth then through the traps, I'll mash the brakes down. I'll rev match my third. Whoa, pow! You see what I mean? And then I'll let it wind its way down, and it makes it a lot easier for me to stop. I got a little system. I ain't dead yet. Yes, pucker brakes, broken tool. Pucker brakes for show. Dyno, yeah, the stock blocks can hold some pretty good power. My stock block 331 made 500 wheel without the Term EX installed. That's about right. 331 on 8 pounds. I run a 99 rotor pads and calipers on my Turbo Mustang. Calipers are dual pistons. Nice. I had my old ship element last year with my brakes. My buddy Chris Watson hit a sand pit, if you guys remember seeing that video. This is before he did any vlogging at all. And if you know who Chris Watson is, he's probably the fastest 8-mile stick shift car. I wouldn't say fastest 8-mile stick shift car. Stock bottom end 302. He made pretty much the most horsepower on a dyno, and I think he ran the fastest 302 stock bottom end stick shift. Anyways, he's got a YouTube channel. He doesn't do a lot of vlogging, but I'm sure he'll pick it up soon because the coupe's going to come out of retirement eventually. So if you guys want to give a shout out to Chris Watson over there, probably already have, but he's on YouTube here at Project Stock Bottom End, and he's also on Facebook, Project Stock Bottom End. So he does a lot more. He's a little bit more active on Facebook than he is on YouTube for sure. But he is also very busy. And his black coupe is still alive and well. Michael Lewis, thanks bud, I'll check it out. Smurfit, let's see. I do the same thing, stopping with my 5-speed. Well, see, the bad thing about the faceplate is you're not supposed to gear down a faceplate. But considering this was a T56 Magnum, I wasn't worried about breaking it at 600-700 horsepower. You know what I mean? But my TKOs, I got to be a little bit more. I got to baby my TKOs. And nothing's like shifting that damn T5 in my dad's car in Project Hot Wheels. Just picked up the Cobra front for mine, and I have no idea yet what I'm doing. So make sure you guys come in and hit that like. I'm gonna get you guys to do a little bit of housekeeping here for my channel. I'm sorry if this is repetitive, but I got a link in chat. I'm actually going to pin it. There is my club membership. I'm getting t-shirts made soon. Well, they're getting in the process of getting made. The polyester ones for my channel members. If you guys are interested in giving something back to the channel, if I've helped you at some point or whatever, the memberships are like $2, $5, and I think there's a new one that's $10 a month or whatever. And all that does is that money just goes to the channel. I haven't spent anything. You can ask Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred. I also got a merch shelf here on YouTube. If you're interested in actually buying shirts from Teespring, where I don't have to ship them to you, then here's a link to Teespring. So guys, monetization is cool on YouTube because I'm able to take money and put it towards the channel. I'm able to do crazy, stupid shit like I do now. And I'm able to, create things. I don't live I don't make a living off of YouTube. Good, I would be eating ramen noodles. Anyways, I also want to do some housekeeping on some shout outs. I always do shout outs because I'm in competition with no one. Because that's the way I am with Foxbody. When I get around you, I'm no different than you. So, I want to shout out Donnie B, his channel, which I did earlier. I want to shout out Gearhead704. His channel's on fire right now. Tip up there in Canada in the snow, driving coupes in the snow. I'm just kidding. He's been doing a lot of content. I've been watching him. TIP, the infamous project. Of course, my man Nakia Brutal over there down in Alabama, in Foxcast. I want to do a shout out to my club memberships. The guys in green are the guys that's joined my channel membership, so I do appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Other channels that I've been watching as well, 417 Fox. I've watched him a little bit. He's got the mod for your radio. Who else have I been watching? There's a guy named Revan Evan. Did you guys see him? You guys check him out yet? He's got quite a few subscribers. Good stuff. He's got, I think he's doing this, I think he did the Zilla. I think he did the Zilla and the Fox. Who else? I've been watching everybody. G-Funk, 5-0. What else? I think Blue Collar, you got you a channel here, don't you? So, anyways, I do appreciate everybody who has a channel. I know the struggle. I know the struggle, boys. I get it. You know, you want to. I'm trying to look for this other channel that I've been watching. That rich guy that does the engines, I watch him quite a bit. He ain't afraid of He ain't afraid to blow up nothing. It's funny. Hold on a minute. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna find him. I actually been watching a little bit of Abdullah. He's been doing that Ego Boost change in that 79 coupe. I think that's what it is. Been watching him quite a bit. I haven't seen Demon Fox post anything recently, so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Brailford's, you know, I think if you guys got a channel, I don't care if you link it in my live chat. I don't care. Like I said, I don't compete with anybody. What I'm trying to do with my channel is I'm trying to create a legacy. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to put information out there, and I'm trying to do stuff with my cars there's a lot of how-to in it, but a little bit of like, this is what would happen. You know what I mean? Like the mass air videos. That's something that's going to, and I was talking to the content creator recently about this the other week. You know, I'm trying to make some good videos that are never going to be viral, but that are never going to do anything but get better. Like the mass air video that I did. I had all 7 harnesses here, and I showed you all the plugs and what to look for. And this is why you should do this. And you know, if you're going to mass air convert your car, which is going to be like one of the earliest stages of a 4-cylinder 4 to 8, you know, of any sort of engine harness issue or conversion or whatever, because we see a lot of that stuff. You know, those videos to me mean something because it's going to create a legacy on my channel to where 10 years down the road, it's still going to be usable outside of just doing like a burnout video. You know, I'm still going to do some burnout videos in this car right here, but I want to do things like that, like the T5 stuff, like the 351 versus 302 differences and putting it into Foxbody. I love videos like that. They don't go viral. They're not my best video, but they're the most commented because as a community, we can all kind of chime in. And literally, that's exactly what happened with the 302, 351 video. If you guys have had a chance to watch that one, I mean, I was literally littered with comments about, you know, this works with that and some things I might have missed in my video. So, Yeah, I agree. It's just the fuel pump thing too. If I could redo that video, I would. And I would probably chop it down into about 25 or 30 minutes. But the fuel pump upgrade is probably one of the first things you should do on your Fox body on top of the 3G alternator and the contour fan. My buddy here on the channel, Adrenocide, I haven't seen him in a while. He swears by the 3G. It's like his first mod. So, where are we at here? We're about an hour and 2 minutes in it. We're going to go another 15 or 20 minutes. If you guys got any questions for me about Fox body related stuff, any horsepower estimations, if Smitty's still in here, I was going to try to guess his horsepower on his I wanted a couple more. I wanted him to tell me what he did to the motor first before I guesstimated his horsepower. But if you didn't get a chance to watch my last video last Friday, for sure, like the 90 PSI thing and the FMU, and I just think that's the coolest shit ever, to take a stock motor and do what I did with it. And not that that's anything new. I mean, people's been doing that since the 90s, I guess. I don't know. But at least it's on video, you know? See, this is the... Do you guys think I should start my streams at 8 EST and go to 9:30, or do you think I should just stay at 7:30? What's up, Pro Lime? How much timing do you recommend in a carb 347? Total timing? 36? It depends on what fuel you're going to run too, though. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because I think 7 EST on a Sunday is just a little bit early. So when I live stream, now like I was just saying earlier in the stream, I am going to be picking up more live stream time as the weather gets nicer, and I'm gonna hook my shit up right outside, and I'm gonna cook some steaks on the grill and probably wipe down my damn wheels while we're talking here on the internet. So that'll be a cool little change. When it gets up to 60 or 70 degrees, I'll set up right outside of my other house over here, my yellow house, which you guys have seen in my videos. Probably see the black fox or my dad's fox, or even all three of them sitting in the garage. You know, I'm gonna have the steaks on the grill. You know, so I'll be wiping my wheels off or some shit, talking to y'all. So I look forward to that. We'll move. I like the garage setting though, so I'm not gonna go away from the garage setting because it's nice to be able just to look around and see Fox body parts everywhere. You know what I mean? So you guys get to see, you know, we got shit everywhere. That's it. We're busy. So a little bit of delay. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I stream on OBS. It's not the perfect quality or whatever, but it's about 10 seconds behind. So when you guys ask me something, I might be off another topic. No big deal. What's the best way to get parts from you? Email or call, eBay? Any of the three. White Dragon. John Sanders, installing P-heads with a stud mount rockers. Well, factory link, yes. Hey, what does it cost to install an on-3 cost? Mr. Green Guy, are you asking me, or are you asking what the normal shop rate is somewhere else? Nice, Nathan. I appreciate the orange badge. That means you've been a club member for what, 6 months? Well, I did do a video about this, Mr. Green. It talks a lot about what I'm about to tell you, but an on-3 install from start to finish is every bit of $2,000, easy. Because even at shop rate, it's about a 20-hour job if you're doing it right. Now that doesn't include the fuel management up system. If you know, like doing the pump upgrade, like in my other video. That's just installing the damn thing, and that doesn't even include tuning. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not an easy install, people, because you got to remember, most people bring the car to you. You got to pull all their shit out. You see what I mean? And nothing's worse than having to deal with 30-year-old rusty bolts. They're going to be rusty even if the car's clean, just because it's old. So usually that's normal. I think that's what I would charge somebody is $2,000 labor just to install an on-3 kit. And that's still not too bad because you can get the kit for $2,000, have somebody install it, knows what they're doing, maybe even do some light tuning on it, and still be at about the market you would pay for a top end kit from one of the other companies. It means Andrew, it means that you've been a club member for so many months. Speaking of which, once you're a club member for so long, you automatically get a free t-shirt. So I'm going to be reaching out to you guys that are in the club, the club members, which are the people in green, guys. I'm going to have to get some information from you guys because I got to start shipping some of these shirts out. Hey Neo, Tronic transmission shifts hard. I'm assuming you meant Tremic, but we'll go with that. Shifts hard 1, 2, 3. Just wondering if the transmission is like it's time to rebuild. It's probably time to send it. Now, Perez, if Andrew Hanlon, one of the other club members, is one of the owners of Hanlon Motorsports, which is the Tremic guy, so they could probably take care of you rebuilding that trans. Probably got a bent fork, broken fork, bent rod. It could be a lot of things that's wrong with your Tremic. And we're talking about hard parts. We're not even necessarily talking about gears or synchronizers. So, Andrew, you can throw your number up here in live chat. Mike, you're gonna want to call that guy tomorrow. Holy shit, just bought a Magnafil 750 and filters and lines. Man, the money added quick. George F. I don't even want to talk about it. Each fuel system on my black and my white car was $2,000 easy. I think I got $2,300 in each system. You're like, you think it's not that much? The pump, big money, $600-700 with the filters. And then you're talking PTFE line. You're talking all the fittings to route it nice. The rails. Yeah, I'm going to make a list, TM. No big deal. The guy who makes my t-shirts has been ghosting me for like a month. So I'm about to go do it somewhere else. But he's got the logo I like. It's the old logo. Same one as this one for the most part. And it's these premium like polyester shirts. That's the ones I want to send out, like the sports shirts. You see what I'm saying? They're a good fit and they're comfortable. Yeah, it's not cheap, George. It is not cheap. Mike Perez, call Andrew Hanlon tomorrow. Maybe Bob, maybe Andrew can help you. But sounds like it's probably time for a rebuild, bro. Blue collar, Neo, go through Matt at Demo Ranch. He owns Bunker Branding in Texas, top notch. You talking about t-shirts? Hey, I just I just had hats made. Ha! Hold on a second. I'm going to show y'all. I took pictures of it. So, I got right panel. The thing is here, same as this. Embroidered. I might have to change it, and it depends on what it looks like, but it'll be embroidered to look like this. Let me see if I can see it. So I did have hats made. The Trucker Richardson hats, snapback. They were not cheap. God, can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that. Let me know if I got to throw it back up there. But I will be selling some hats if you guys are interested. They're the Richardson trucker hats, snapbacks. I'm late. What are your thoughts on the EPA trying to stop performance? Mike J, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to keep that out of my channel for now. There's nothing against y'all. It's not that I don't want to talk about it because I have my own opinions about it. But at this point, you know, we'll let the things play out before I start, you know, actually giving you my info about it. You know what I mean? Let's let it play out first. Well, I just stumbled on your live chat, and I'm glad I did. Back in the late 90s, I won the 5.0 liter shootout in 91 LX. I'm your newest subscriber. Welcome, Jim. Hell yeah. We have a pretty good community here. So, a lot of these guys that are subscribed that are talking here in chat are also subscribers of other Fox Body channels like Brutal, Foxcast Media, The Infamous Project, Mike Dula, or House of Dula. There's just so many. Blue Oval Media. My bad, Ken. My bad. I was shouting out channels and I forgot my dude Ken. He actually passed me on subscribers recently. Good for him. Good for him. He's doing good things. How do you control the 4R7? Okay. I ran 8AN, 6AN with a 525 pump. Yeah, the white car has got, or the black car has got the 675, and I run -10, -8 feed return on trick flow rails. I don't loop anything. It goes in one rail, comes out, goes in one rail, the other side goes in the other rail, and then it comes into a regulator. So the white car is the same exact system, except I run a 750 pump on that one. They both have micron, 50 micron, 10 micron, and 50 micron pre-post. Is that right? Pre-pump, post-pump. What size gear do you run with your 347 C4 on the setting? What size gear? If Pat Turchin's still here in chat, that's the guy you want to talk to. But I think he runs 410s. No. He runs 355s. There's no way you're C4 in a 410. 12 to 10 to feed. Okay, I got you. That's a pretty good setup, George. I made all the fittings myself. There's a little tool, little aluminum blocks and stuff you can buy. I just used a good pair of shears. You know, it was easy to do them. Found your channel about a year ago, inspiring to build a 5.8 on-3 turbo kit. Thanks for all the great content. I appreciate you, Apache. I appreciate that. I really, really do. We're going to go about 5 more minutes if anybody's got some questions concerns they want to talk about outside of the natural stuff with what's actually going on right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and leave that alone for now. I'm finishing up all my fuel lines currently, easy but all time consuming. Yeah, fuel lines are super time consuming. Super time consuming. I am in the market, like I said earlier in the stream. I I will be using the TKO 500 that comes when I get it put back together next week, when I get the gear back. Because Brad over at Liberty, Brad's supposed to be taking care of me. Him and Terry are going to be taking care of me. Shout out to them. Luckily, they have another spare 9-lug gear. And they don't even make them the gear lugs anymore for those faceplates, but I will have the 600 for sale. Even though it's going to be here in my black car, I'm going to make sure it works good and run it, and then it's going to be for sale. But I think that's really about it. Aftermarket stuff that I want to get rid of, and I will have that at Ford Takeover if somebody's interested. Because I'm going to keep the 500 because it's got a 327 first gear. It's pretty much the only difference between the two, and we're probably going to put that in Dad's car. Because I just hooked up with Dave Dahlke, had a Ford McLeod bell housing. So he had a McLeod bell housing and spacer plate, brand new in box. And I'm over here busting Andrew Hanlon's chops, and he's nothing he can do about it. You know, people were telling me, hey, there's there's no back order on QuickTime over here. And I'm like, if I order something as it sits right now, I'm going to stay loyal to my guys over there at Hanlon. They've taken care of me for years. And if I have anything, any needs or whatever. Jason Roby, I super appreciate you. New member to the channel, new member, club member. And you don't have to, I mean, I do appreciate you. Welcome to the Fox Body membership. PCB, what do you recommend for a drag radial on an 89 GT 500 rear wheel? I've heard...
Okay, I found this on the web for what...
What is Siri doing right now? I like the Mickey Street drag radials for driving around town. I don't like drag radials whatsoever at the track. I'm a slick guy, so hell, I drive around town on slicks. But street drag radial, Mickey Thompson. Like the ones I got on there right now are the SVE wheels that come with the package or whatever. So, D Lunatic. I've just switched from NA to turbo. I have 410s. Is that too much? A little bit. I would probably bring that gear down quite a bit. I'd go down to like a 355. Let the turbo eat a little bit. Even a 327. If you drive it on the street way more than you track it, dude, run a 327 in a turbo. It's like it's a rubber band effect. It's like, come on, let's go. I appreciate you, Nathan Tuck. I appreciate you saying that. So, like I said, daylight savings time was the day. I'm super excited to see. I was setting up my live stream at 7:30, and the sun was still going down. That just means there's some good race, some good street weather coming up. I know there ain't a lot going on around me, but that don't mean I don't travel. I'm super excited to get these. There's so much fun shit that I got planned for Dad's car. It's not even funny. Like, we're going to go to the dyno and we're going to not blow it up, maybe. But we're going to spray the meth and see if the meth, we're going to do a baseline NA pool, baseline supercharger pool, baseline meth pool. Excuse me. Baseline supercharger pool, then baseline methanol pool to see if we get a little more boost out of it, see if we get a little more power out of it. Now, keep in mind, and I'm going to say this in my video, Dad's car is just a simple project experiment. People who make more horsepower and tunability will allow that meth kit to work more to its full potential. Does that make sense? So if I gain 5 or 10 horsepower on this small, simple system with no tuning, you can multiplicative consider the fact that cars that make 600 or 700 are going to get bigger gains from it. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of people that's ordered Donnie B's kit recently after my video, and I do appreciate those guys that have. He didn't give that to me to sell product. He gave it to me because he wanted to see me use it and see if Dad's car could be better. So anyway, with that being said, we also are we have a turbo kit to put on Dad's car, Old Blue. We still got the nitrous plate kit to put on there. So there's a lot of fun shit we can be doing to Dad's car. But we're also, in the meantime, in the back prepping to build another block. Because I want to have another short block ready for if that engine decides to kick the bucket. Anyway, with that being said, we will be doing a very boring video about building an exhaust, LOL. But I think once I get the exhaust built and in place for the most part intact, I can TIG it. We can get the fuel system ran back again, and we got a couple of days work, and I'll have this car running. Yes, sir. So anyways, outside of that, last housekeeping, I want to shout out to my cousin Paul, his wife Sandy, and cousin Fred. I love you guys. You guys are all my family, like my brothers and sisters. I wouldn't be able to do what I do and wouldn't be able to be here with you if you weren't part of it. So I appreciate my family. I love you guys. Outside of that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out. Got a video. We're going to hit the dyno. We'll have a video for you Thursday. I'll have another one for you probably Friday or Saturday. And maybe, just maybe, I might live stream if I have time next week. But outside of that, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the new member. Welcome, Jason. And you guys keep the tires straight. Have a good week. I'll see you soon. Thank you.